Okay, we are live on the air.
All
Yes,
right.
we're here, and Mike Scroy here, Jeff Moffitt there.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, there's an ad playing. Have to shut that off. We're live, and today is the 16th. It's the 50th anniversary of the U.S. landing on the moon. Jeff, where were you that day?
Well, I was 3 years old in 1969, so I don't really remember much about that.
I think I wasn't even born yet. My mom remembers watching TV. And that's like, you think about it, like we make Star Wars films and future films. And back then, like being in space, like there was somebody in space already, but going on the moon was like a sci-fi movie. And then it became real and it was on TV. So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, well, a lot of things from, sci-fi have come to reality. Even when you look at before the cell phone we have today was a flip phone, and then that was from like Star Trek, Kirk Kirk
Yeah.
So many of these things.
Watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch. You can talk on. You can do that now. So,
yeah, that's kind of cool. So what do we got? We got some fans writing in. Hey, everybody. We like to try to answer your questions. We see some people writing in. Hi, dude.
Somebody said, tank top. Jeff's wearing a tank top.
Well, yeah, I dropped 30 pounds. Got my summer weight going here. So a little warm here in Jersey. I don't know about you guys in the rest of the country. I heard the South, like the Louisiana area, got hit bad by, I guess, was it Hurricane Barry?
May have been. I know there was. I missed it.
Now that the residual effects of that are headed our way here. So we're going to get a heat wave and some rain, I believe, tomorrow.
Yeah. So, but you're on vacation. Where did you go?
Me, I was up in Lake George, one of my favorite places in the world, Lake George, upstate New York. Incredible.
We should go there and film.
I wouldn't mind that. Yeah, I think you wouldn't either. It's a great place.
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, we're trying to see about doing. Some people are already asking us about fan films, and we're thinking about trying to do another Last of Us fan film. It just comes down to if we get a location. So we're looking around. We don't have anything locked down yet. We're looking into a script. So right now it's a maybe. But I know a lot of fans are really excited for it, so we'd like to do something before the new Last of Us game comes out. And Jeff is getting into shape to play Joel.
Yeah, except I got to dye my hair really dark. And even though I am probably close to his age, well, in this, it would be how many years later? Do we know?
I know she's about 19, so I don't know the exact age of Joel. So she went from an early teen. I think it's about 6 years or so. I could be wrong. Maybe the fans out there.
Well, when we filmed it, I was in my late 40s, so now I'm 53. But anyway, we'll have to dye my hair and gray me up a little bit to look the part. But either way, I would really be excited to play Joel again. It was one of the coolest, most fun roles that I've ever played.
Yeah, and we'd like to do a cool fight, a choreographed fight scene too. We have one of our buddies, Jamar, who he was in the Hello Neighbor film. He was one of the villains, and then he helped us with a Star Wars film, the second Star Wars film, do some lightsaber choreography. So he wants to jump on board with us. We're just trying to lock down a date and location to film, and hopefully that'll come to fruition. Can't guarantee anything yet, but we're happy to see you guys are still excited for something like that. Somebody's saying we should go out to Yosemite to shoot Last of Us. That would be awesome.
That would be incredible. I do see a comment from Jessica Payen. I know we've seen her on many of our previous live streams. So hi, Jessica. Yeah, we're still working hard on the game. If you can see behind me, almost the entire crew is there. So here they are. We're working on Sheffrey right now. He's the last head that we're working on. Yeah, it's really, really fun, exciting. We're doing a lot of work behind the scenes. It's taking a little bit longer than we anticipated, but it's going to be worth the wait.
Totally, yeah. And so we have the masks are done. They're about 90% done, would you say?
Well, Sheffrey's the last, head or mask that I'm making. Once that's done, then we're going to focus on the body part of the costumes, and that'll be it. But it's still just a lot of work. And I'm not a costume designer, so I'm doing the best I can, based on what I know and my gut instincts. So I am reaching out. We are working with Carmela. She's been helping me with the costumes as well. So She's going to give me some input, and I'm going to go on YouTube too and look online and see what other people have done to actually make the bodysuits and all. So a lot of work ahead, but it'll all be worth it. And we can't wait to reveal it to you, the fans, and get your input. And I know you're going to love it.
And here's a picture. I don't know how well you could see, but we're getting a lot of reflection. But this is one of the it's hard for me to show, but we're going to post a lot of these pictures on Instagram and Twitter of some of the concept art we're putting together for the game, and that's the painting station that I showed. So we're getting a lot of the machines and a lot of, I'm trying to pull up another picture, a lot of the machines and a lot of test stuff. Here's a picture of Rigsby with a jump animation. And what's funny is Paul, who's doing the coding of the game, was saying this is Rigsby, but with Jeffrey's jump animation. So it's making his eyes bug out. So that's not what it's going to look like in the end, but the way Paul tests things is that he'll take one version of it and use it for everybody, and then as we're getting more and more animations, he'll start putting them in, and then we test them out. So Paul's been working very hard. As you mentioned, Paul's dad let us use R2-D2 for our Star Wars film, and then Paul's his name is also Paul. His friend Jimmy, they're R2-D2 builders. Jimmy's been working. We showed a picture in the past of making FryBot. So Jimmy has a FryBot. So
I'll try to pull up a picture of FryBot, but Jimmy and Paul have both been great friends, amazing, talented guys. They go out to Anaheim to the Star Wars Celebration with their droids, and they're just great guys, good friends, been involved in our films. And, Paul has been really busy, and he suggested working with Jimmy on trying to make our Fritz the FryBot, and he's done a fantastic job. I'm going to try to pull up one of the videos of him so we can show you guys. I may have showed a picture in the past, but going to take a minute. I got a few videos here. Mike, you go ahead and talk. I'll get a screenshot of Fritz from my phone, and then I'll show it to everybody.
Somebody was asking if we saw the movie about Neil Armstrong. I haven't seen it yet myself. That was Guy Sano asking us. A lot of people are asking for more FNAF fan films, Undertale, Bendy, Minecraft. So these are all ideas we have in mind. We've been putting a lot of energy and time into doing the game because we're going to try to have some kind of test version in the fall. And Jeff is holding up a picture.
This was him a while back. Sorry for the glare, but you can get a good view of him. He'll be fully functional. He'll have a remote control. He'll roll around and do kind of whatever we want him to do. So anyway, I'm showing you off my phone. That's our Fritz. Thank goodness for Jimmy Marcellia for making him for us. Really excited to get him in my possession and start playing with him and working with him as we, we're going to incorporate some live action video into the game. So that's going to be a critical piece. Also, I see Bill was on from Bergen Avenue here in Walbeck. So, hey, Bill, I'm hoping Danny's on the line as well. One of my neighbors down the street, Danny's a big fan of Iron Horse. So we love you guys.
Somebody's asking if we do a Baldy fan film. We had an idea. The Baldy commercial we did got about 10,000 views, so we want to, which we appreciate. We're hoping we get more and more views for that before we do a fan film. Somebody's asking about Futurama, different things like that. Yeah, a lot of the stuff we're taking into consideration. I just saw today somebody they have a game called Mario Maker where you can design your own Mario Brothers level. And somebody made a level where it looks like it's impossible, where you have to jump through all these swinging things of fire. And I'm always impressed at how people have the time and the patience to coordinate that kind of thing. Like, we're making our game, and it's hard to even just make somebody jump. And then somebody made, you could see here, like, this is something somebody made at home on a video game. And I mean, just the skill that goes into making, and to even play it, and to even know that it plays and plays correctly is, I mean, that is just unbelievable. So I don't know if any of the fans out here make their own video games, but that's pretty cool too. We'd love to see fan games. We made the fan film, the one Five Nights at Freddy's fan film based on the fan game that somebody made of Five Nights at Freddy's. That's when we were in the your neighbor's house, and we were looking through the keyhole, and Fred comes out of the closet, and then she runs up the stairs, and then she's getting attacked. So it's amazing what the fans are making, and then it forces the big companies to make even better movies and games.
Yep, exactly. What are the comments we have coming in here?
Somebody's asking about a Transformers fan film, which is interesting. Cute doggo, Max.
Oh, they see Max. Yeah, he's usually right by my side during the whole live stream. He wants to be a part of it. Max, you offer any suggestions on what we should do next, Max? I know some people think Max should be. We should do Fallout and use Max because he does look like the German Shepherd in that. And I'd be open to that one day.
LA Noire fan film. I love that game. I like old noir projects and stuff. A My Little Pony fan film. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff would be great. Like somebody was asking about He-Man and all this stuff. So I think next is we're trying to do. We're trying to see if we can do another Last of Us film, because that's a little easier for us to take on because we have Jeff and we have casting through. We just have to try to get a location and we're trying to agree on the script. So that would be good. Somebody keeps asking, Dexter keeps asking about Sans, a Sans fan film, a Halo fan film. A lot of stuff would be cool. Just takes a lot of time and money and effort. And like I mentioned, most of our time is being put into this game, and we're really excited because everything in the game is looking so cool right now. We can't wait to have a version that you guys can see and test and play, because we've upgraded it from what we originally had. And it looks like a lot of fun. Do any of you guys out there, like, you play Doom, or I know a lot of people play Bendy, or Call of Duty? We're going to make it a game where you can walk around in the factory, which is really cool. So, because we film in a warehouse, and we got a lot of ideas from shooting in the warehouse where Jeff works, right?
Yep. So to help make it more realistic.
Somebody says, wish we can do a time travel film. Maybe we can do that. You know, it'd be cool if we can do one of those deep fakes. Have you seen those where they take other people's faces and put them into existing footage? Like they took a picture of Mike Tyson and put it on Oprah Winfrey. And it's Oprah Winfrey talking, but it's Mike Tyson's face moving.
Wow, I haven't seen that, but what does that have to do with time travel?
I don't know, but it triggered my idea of all these effects you can do on the computer. Maybe we can do take a picture of younger versions of ourselves, and we could shoot ourselves now, and then time travel and take an old photo of ourselves and make ourselves look like 10 years younger, or something like that.
Hey, that's an idea. I've had a few ideas about time travel, like the big mine shaft that we filmed the Dora and Undertale in. It's like a big giant cave. I thought about this idea where these kids go in the cave and it's actually a portal to a different time. And I also thought about the Mustang. Like, I have a '65 Mustang, and these kids get in and they play with the radio, and it tunes them, to an almost kind of like Back to the Future in a way. So I do have some ideas like with time travel. I love the whole idea of time travel. Big Terminator fan. Saw it when it came out. Back in '83 it was. So love that whole idea of time travel.
Somebody's asking if we can work with the Hells Angels to do a Grand Theft Auto film, but they're moving out of New York, I heard. I don't know if they really do any work in the filming department, but it would be interesting. Any chance we'll be going to the Chicago convention? I don't think so. Once the game comes out, we're going to look into a lot more conventions. Right now, we're working on we're trying to go to the FanX in Salt Lake. Used to be the Salt Lake Comic Con. We try to go every year. We're trying to work out the arrangements right now with the people who run it, and they're always very accommodating. So we're hoping we can do that convention this year, and then we always go to MagFest. But I heard you were saying Maker Faire might not come back.
That's the rumor I heard. Maker Faire in Queens, they may have pulled the plug on it. So, but what Mike said before is true. As we get the game, ready, we will be definitely traveling to other conventions, video game conventions as well. There's all sorts of wizard cons and robot things, and all different things are out there, and we're definitely going to explore and look into them. And we really do want to meet you guys, the fans. We want to meet you. When we're out, we usually get a booth. If we do a screening, we stay for Q&A. We take pictures. We want to see our fans, meet our fans in person. It's a lot of fun. You know, when we go out to Salt Lake now, we've been out there several years. We usually see some of the same faces and people, and it's like a little mini reunion. So we're really, really proud and excited to be a part of this community.
What we've been doing is when we were at MagFest, we did some interviews with some independent video game creators. We've been posting them on our social media, and it's amazing to see how many video games people are making and are really interesting. Like the last video we put up is this game called The Last Hex, and it's called a deck building game, and it's almost like, I don't know if anybody out there has played Magic or any of those role-playing card games. It's kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons thing, but they play with a deck of cards instead. So these people made this game Last Hex, where it's cards, but it's all in a video game, so you can play that. And then there was one, Groove Theory, where it's a VR game where you wear a VR headset and you hold the controllers, and there are these lines that move around. You have to follow them with the controller, and it's almost like a way to exercise your dance. And it's all done to music, and that's a VR game. So there's so many cool games out there, and we're hoping our game, we can have a little display and you can come play it and sit down and talk to us about the game and give us your ideas. And that's what we're looking forward to when we go to these conventions, to have our game to be playable, and you can play it and you can buy it on Steam and maybe Nintendo Switch one day, and maybe we'll get into like San Diego Comic-Con or something like that. That would be great, which is coming up this weekend, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. The one in New York?
No, the San Diego Comic-Con. It's the same owners.
That's the mother of all of them.
I actually got tickets. A friend bought tickets to the New York Comic-Con in September. I hope it's not the same weekend as Salt Lake, but I'm gonna go check it out. Maybe I can meet somebody who runs it, and maybe we can have a table at the New York Comic-Con, because it's right here. It's right next to us. That would be awesome, because that's where all the big celebrities go here in New York.
Well, I believe once the game is successful, we'll definitely hopefully have invitations to come to some of these. That's the hope. We really are working hard on our characters, and we want you guys to look at them and think they're lovable and have a favorite one. And I think they can become iconic. They're pretty cool. We're proud of them.
We'd like to see if you guys would be interested if we had like clothes or toys or something made based on our characters. Like, would you be interested in buying them? If we sold T-shirts with the characters on them, would you guys buy them? Or hats? Like you always show the hat, Jeff, on Rigsby. That would be cool if you could make a hat and take it off, and it's got his ears in it. Yeah,
I'm scared that once I move him, he's kind of tearing here. Let me see if I can get it off.
Yeah.
But I had this idea that we could make a Rigsby hat that kids could wear and put on or whatever. See, hey, you put it on forward or backward or whatever you wanted.
There you go.
So, yeah, I mean, this is made out of a salad bowl. Karen, one of our producers, was responsible for this as I was making the costume and the head. I said, I really need something to make this hat out of, and this is one of her salad bowls. So, see, with the creativity, you can do anything with a salad bowl. Salad bowl, some fabric. We buy most of our stuff from Joann's fabric stores, and they've been great. And usually you can get coupons and get good prices on the stuff too. So there you go. There you have it. The Rigsby hat made out of a salad bowl, foam core, and fabric.
There you go. And we have our friend here, Matchmaker, asking us, what kind of animal is Rigsby? Is he a fox, a badger, or a cat? He's none of those specifically, but he's animal-like, kind of like those. Those are all inspirations for those. The only specific animal one of the characters is Caboose. He's a big, giant, chubby sloth, but he's really fast because sloths are kind of slow. So we thought he talks slow, but he rides the train into Funtown really fast.
Yeah.
But Rigsby is kind of like, if you've watched the Animaniacs cartoon, they're not cats, they're not foxes, I don't know what the word would be, but they are just an animal-like, kind of similar to those. Somebody's saying like a furry. Yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are into the furry thing. you can always wear those costumes. We took a picture with somebody who was a furry at one of these conventions, and they really loved the Rigsby mask, and they had to take a picture with it. So we're hoping the fans really appreciate different characters and how they look, and would want to buy T-shirts and costumes and stuff. And then, if we make money off of that, then we can make the game even bigger. All the money we earn goes back into the game, which would be great. So somebody said the Ponyville Cider Fest 2019. I don't know about that one. That sounds pretty interesting. It's going to have ponies? That's our friend Speedy asking that. No. Somebody's saying, and Matchmaker's asking, is Princess Torora half demon and half lion? She's nothing specifically. She's actually based off of a cow. There was a baseball mascot in the minor leagues, and we like the look of it. So it is kind of, she has a little bit of a demon in her kind of looking thing. I mean, you'll see when the game comes out how they all look. But only Caboose is an actual specific animal. We thought sloth was cool. Everybody likes sloths because they're cute. And to make ours different, we made him really big. We tried to make a bear, and it didn't work. And we're like, what about a sloth?
Then this is Sheffrey. This is the first time we're revealing Sheffrey on one of the live streams. He's been a little difficult to make, probably one of the most challenging heads to make. So if you look closely, you can see there's fabric on this side, not on this one yet. So he's still a work in progress, but he's a monster. And in our story, Sheffrey, he's this monster that, all he didn't really want to scare people. He just wanted to cook food. So, I don't want to give away too much, but we're all kind of very fond of Sheffrey. Plus, his name is similar to mine, Jeffrey Sheffrey.
There you go. And he's kind of reminds me of, remember the Harry the monster from Sesame Street, the big blue monster? That's what he looks like. That's what he reminds me of, one of those big Sesame Street monsters. Or the big, from Fraggle Rock, the big brown monster that used to hang out. That's what it reminds me of. So a lot of Muppet influence when it. And then Jeff has his old record player back there. That's an actual vintage.
Cola? Thomas Edison player,
Yeah. Where's Fritz the Frybot? So Matchmaker was asking. So Fritz, we were saying earlier, our friend Jimmy built it. It's an actual working robot that you can use a remote control with, and it's at his house. So we're waiting when we go to convention. He's gonna bring it up, and then we're gonna show it there.
Yeah, I'll bring up the image again. This is an image of Fritz. His hands weren't assembled on him yet, but he will have hands that actually move and hold things. He rolls around, and he really can move fast. So think of like an R2-D2 style droid, but Fritz the Frybot. Yeah,
and he's made out of, that's just an actual oil drum or a trash can? What was that?
It's an oil drum. When we were thinking about our game and our character, he was in the game. He's made out of parts from the restaurant. So again, I don't want to say too much because we have kind of little backstories for every character. But Rigsby is like a garbage can or an oil tank is what he's made out of. Yeah.
Somebody's asking what he is, and I'm typing it in. Frybot is the French fry making robot. He makes the French fries at Funtown Burger.
Yeah, he serves food. He does lots of things. He cleans up. He kind of was developed and made at the restaurant to help make things more efficient, make life easier at Rigsby's Funtown Burger, where the fun begins.
That's right. And we're actually, Jeff had drew some concept art of what Rigsby's Funtown Burger is going to look like. So we're going to have that molded and drawn and put together soon, and we'll post some pictures of that. But we have our one friend on Instagram, and I know sometimes they're on the chat here, but I want to get the Instagram name right because it's very specific. But she or he, I don't even know if it's who it is, but it's let me see. M.E.H_love2020 always writes this cool fan stories and fan art of our game. And there's a whole diary reading here. It says, Dearest Diary, it turns Rigsby is the son of Starglider. His full name is Starson Glider. He's known for being the greatest skateboarder in the world. He traveled the world to show off his right moves. He quickly became famous when he saves Funtown from a great meteor crash. So, and there's a lot to it. Oh, and it's written by Princess Torora. So, there's so many cool stories here that
I love it.
And a lot of fan art and stuff. And they post every day, and we don't always have time to comment on them, but they're always so cool, and we appreciate it. So if any fans have any fan ideas or fan art or
read what Matchmaker Amherst just wrote. I like that idea, and especially because we're filmmakers, that we could actually make a web series or made for Netflix type series. So that's one of our hopes as well, that we could make some type of series or movie from the characters. But right now we want to focus on making a great game. We've only got about 5 minutes left. Some amazing questions have come in tonight. Mike, with knowing we got 5 minutes left, is there anything else that we wanted to make sure we address with the fans tonight, or any other questions that are coming in that we want to make sure we answer?
I'm looking at some that's interesting about the TV series. I mean, a big part of making the game is the hopes that we can do TV series and a film and clothes and toys. We saw that the makers of Bendy and the Ink Machine, they have made more games and merchandise, and I have my Bendy toy, and I have a couple Bendy action figures. So we'd love to do that. And then I just saw that Cuphead is coming out with an animated series on Netflix, drawn in that old cartoon style. So, we would really love for the game Rigsby's to evolve into all that. Because we're filmmakers and we like writing stories. And we know that even better than we know making a video game. So that's kind of the goal. So anytime you guys comment or tweet pictures to us, or we love the fan art. We love to see more fan art, or, make sure you follow us on Instagram. It's at Rigsby's Funtown Burger. And on Twitter, it's at Rigsby's Funtown, because Twitter only allows your name to be so long. So, or you can look us up on Facebook, Rigsby's Funtown Burger, or at Iron Horse Cinema. You can always message us. And we love to see fan art and different things. Are you going to release your game chapter by chapter all at once? We'll probably do, we're going to do it in sections. We're hoping to do chapters 1, 2, and 3 in the first release of the game, and then continue. We wrote out 9 chapters, and then we'd like to do maybe a bonus level. That's something we're talking about. It just depends on how many people are buying the game and playing the game. So we would like to do that. And I like somebody's commenting, Luis is saying we should have chicken tenders or different things on the menu for Funtown Burger. We had some food ideas when we did the GoFundMe campaign. I gotta look that up real quick. Jeff, if you want to chime in, I want to read off.
I'm not sure if you're gonna have enough time to find that, but we had some really cool menu items that I got a kick out of them. Let's see here.
Oh, I think I found them. So we had Fritz Funtown Fry Sticks, Freeze Brain Frozy Shake, Double Down Slam Burger Blast. We had the Tripolino Burger, Rigsby's Spicino. That's almost like a frozen spicy cappuccino Slurpee drink, I'm sure somebody made that somewhere. Funtown Mega Bunzos. That's you get a big box of burgers, 5 burgers in a box. And a Rigsby's Fun Meal. And those are all different items. I think we're going to put together, when the game starts, it's going to look like a restaurant menu. So we'll have some of that cool art on there. A spicy chicken, that would be cool. Any ideas you have, you got to tweet us. And then Speedy is saying Ponyville Cider Fest is November 1st to 3rd at the Hyatt Regency Hotel in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So maybe we can go visit Arnold's from Happy Days is in Milwaukee, right?
There you go.
I'd love to go to Milwaukee. That would be awesome. We're going to look that up.
Uh-huh.
So
we're down to our final minute. I do see a suggestion of a barbecue chicken burger. I like the sound of that.
I go for that.
Strawberry shake. There you go. Rigsby special strawberry shake. I like that.
So Ponyville Cider Fest is a My Little Pony convention. So I don't know if they would want us in there. We don't do anything My Little Pony, but I don't know. I'll go to Milwaukee. There's always some kind of Comic-Con going on. We'll look into those. We appreciate you sending us that idea of it. That would be worth checking out these different conventions. And the Chicago one, I apologize, I forget the name. That's something we've been meaning to look into as well. And that's it. Big Mean Easter egg. I don't know what that is. Yeah. We have
we just hit 9 o'clock, Mike. Let's do a wrap up real quick. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Get the word out to your friends, family, everyone to check out Iron Horse Cinema, and make sure you smash that subscribe button. We love seeing you guys. Hope you're having a great summer and that you continue to have a safe, great summer wherever you travel, and wherever you go, you have great weather. And that's all I have for now. Mikey?
Just make sure you tweet us a lot of these ideas. I know we're about to sign off, but I'm trying to finish this last statement. Everybody's coming up with menu item ideas, and maybe if we like something cool, we'll put it in the game, and we'll make sure we'll put your name in the credits and all that. And send us fan art. We love all these ideas because this is a game for you guys, and we hope it's something you love. So with that, good night. Good night.
Yeah, good night, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.
Bye.